This is a Lightroom edit of an image from our previous video, which you can see from here, about our macro flash bracket. So let's get into Lightroom now. Hi, welcome back to Lightroom, and we're going to process these two pictures. You can see the one on the left is the one we took, and the one on the right is the one we retouched. So we're going to go through a number of things just to show you what we come up with. So we click on that, we go to the D, and we're now in the develop mode. We're in the develop channel, you can see up there. And first of all, what I'm going to say is that we're on solo mode. So if you right click on this, you can see all the things that are going to be showing. And also I've got solo mode ticked. This means that only one panel at a time opens. So if we open the tone curve, for instance, the other one shuts. So, and vice versa. I just find it much better, more convenient, and doesn't clutter up the thing. Right, okay, we're going to start with opening up the highlights. So we're trying to get as much highlight detail as we can. We're going to open fully up the shadows, and then on the white we're going to hold the Alt key down as well, and you can see it all goes black. Take it over to the right and you can see where the white's coming in, so we need to back that off. We don't really want anything showing, so the whites are more or less right. You can see a couple of little items there. So when we go on to the blacks, the same on the blacks, we hold the Alt key down and that's all white, and you can see the blacks coming in now, and we want to add a little bit of black to this, and you can see visually if you take it back and forwards, and you can judge it that way. Clarity, we're going to add some clarity because this helps to sharpen things up just a little bit, and also we're going to open up the vibrance a little bit. Quite a vibrant thing, so not too much. So next thing down, we're going to go to the detail tab, and we're going to add sharpening, and we're about 80 odd %, and the same thing with the masking. If you hold down the Alt key, you can see, so whatever's black is not sharpened, whatever's white is being sharpened, so that gives us sort of sharpening just the edges. So the next thing is the luminance. Well, we shot this on 100 ISO, and so there's not going to be a lot of noise. If we just click and have a look, there's a little bit of noise there, so we're going to take that down. We're going to put 10 on that, and we're going to, if there's any color noise, to bring that across to rule out any color noise. You can always click just up here to see if there's any difference. So that's off and that's on. There is a little bit of difference, so we're now going to go down to lens corrections. We're going to enable the profile corrections. Now most lenses are going to be in there, so we're also going to remove any chromatic aberration there is. Click on that to give it a full now this colour down here, well, you can see there's quite a lot of spots, which is spots on my centre. So let's go and do that first. So we go up to this this tool here, and again you can change the shape, or not the shape, but the size of these by using your bracket keys. And I'm going to hold the space key down and now to enlarge up, and then I'm going to move that across, and you can see those spots. There's also a spots visualization thing down here. If you click that, you can see all those spots, but I'm going to do this visually. So there's spots here, so we can make these, they don't have to be spots, we can make them more or less any shape you want. So we've got a group of 3 here, we do them and just go through these quickly, just to remove any spots. So As you can see, you can quite quickly do that. Holding the space bar down again, and clicking that to get full screen. And we're going to close that. Yes, we're going to close that. And you can see there is still a mark there. So we're going to go in and click that. And there's one down there. So we close that. That's pretty much done. And this green down in this left hand corner is quite bright, so we're going to go up to the HSL tab, and with this little icon clicked here, you can go onto the colour and then drag down. So on your mouse wheel you can drag it right away. Yeah, you can take it to mono or you can push it up, but we're going to take this back a little bit. And it's really sort of balancing. You can obviously go across to these sliders and move these sliders about as you want. So let's remove that colour, and so we've given this quite sort of a prominent, but we need to dial that down. So we're going to go up here, which is a graduated tone. Click on effect. That will take everything back to 0. We're going to increase the highlights here and exposure by 1/3 of a stop. We can change this at a later date. So we're going to drag across here. You can see the gradient coming in. The gradient comes up to this centre line and then sort of fades off in this area here. So you can position this quite well. So if you want to, you can right click and duplicate that and get double the effect. But you can also go across and say, well, I want to that second one not quite as dark. So we've done that. So the next step is to maybe use this elliptical tool, and you can add this ellipse. Now we have, again, the click effect, it will take it back to 0. We're just going to darken that area a little bit. Yeah. So if I click down here, you can see where I've just darkened that area a little bit. I can see a damn spot up there. So we're going to go up there and take that spot out. And there's lots of them. Must clean my sensor. Right. So now we're going to use the this brush tool, and again you can click the effect and you can click it right off. You can also show the mask down here, which will show up in red. And there's also an auto mask feature, which I'm going to use for this particular thing, because I just want to get this highlight, because this highlight here is annoying me. And with the square bracket keys, I'm just going to go down. Now I'm just going to click this, and we're going to fill this in a bit here. And you can see, so I'm on, the flow is 50%, so each time I go over it's 50%. So we're going to raise it up a little bit. So you can go all the way up to 100 if you want, and so the density is on 100, so it will eventually go to 100. Let's just do this here. Right, okay, we're going to switch this off down there, and you can see from the highlight, well, I'm going to increase the highlight. Yeah, so I'm going to increase maybe not quite half a stop. So if I click here, you can see that's taking it away. I'm going to ease that back a little bit. Right, so it's not as glary, that bit of highlight. And so really, that is, we're going to close that up. That is really the image. And there's various things you can do. You can put an effect on it, and you can put some vignettes in the background. We're going to close the vignette down, move the midpoint a bit wider, and open the feather up to about 70. I like to click it on, and you can see the difference. So I've used the backslash key. You can see that's where we started. A little bit washed out. The histogram doesn't look bad. And then that one, which Instagram looks about the same, but we got more vibrance in the whole thing. So that's really your an introduction to Lightroom, and I'm Mick Sadler. Please like and subscribe. If this has been useful, then please make a comment below, and we'll see you again next time.